تدبير ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل فجعلهم كعصف مأكول.
Thank you very much. So the next thing on our agenda is going to be the speech from our president. I would like to call upon Azwar Sohail, President Punasa Sports Club.
Good evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to Career Guidance Program 2024. We are committed to providing you with the best possible guidance as you embark on your journey toward a fulfilling career. Our team of expert warriors are here to help you to explore different career paths and gain valuable insight that align with your interests, strength, and goals. I encourage you to take a full advantage of this opportunity to connect with our team, discover your true potential. Our ultimate goal is to empower you to make informed decisions about your future and achieve success in your chosen career. Once again, thank you for joining today. I'm confident that you will have an enriching and enlightening evening. So let's get started and make the most of this wonderful opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Azwar. I would like to give you a little brief introduction about the True Sports Club. So we are moving forward. So this was a club initiated by the few newcomers who came to Canada not too long ago, like 5 years, 6 years ago. And when we came here, we were like not many people. So we gathered actually to play cricket in the like Thompson Park and around the area. And then the numbers started growing. There were like more people coming in, and then we initiated starting registering as a club. So then we grew up. Now we have like more than 475 people in like our WhatsApp group. Most of them are newcomers, like many of us, you know. So as we are like stepping forward, we decided, okay, this is the right moment to initiate a career guidance program, as we saw like many people are struggling to find a job and to settle down. Previously, we had sports events like volleyball tournament, soccer tournament, cricket practices, and all were organized. Now we are like stepping up the game, like organizing the career guidance program for our like members and the community. So in the future, we are looking forward to do more. So I would like to request you all to be connected and stay in touch and wait to hear from us. This is the today's agenda. We are pretty much like packed up with the many like speakers and program. So I hope it will help you all to get a better idea about job searching and everything. The next in the program, I would like to go straight to the next event. It's resume building by our own brother Ustad Nawar.
Can everybody hear me at the back? Everybody good? Good evening, everybody. I'm Mushtaq Manawar, and I'm thrilled today to have the opportunity to address today regarding the essential components of constructing a standard resume. Me coming to Canada initially back in 2019, I used my resume that I used in Sri Lanka, and it never actually got me anywhere. And then after going through many career programs and looking into things and getting mentorship, I understood that resumes that work back home don't really work here. There is a separate structure of how things are done here. And with regards to that, I will be conducting the presentation today. So, as you know, it's a very increasingly competitive market in Canada here. So your resume is like your first step. It's like your marketing tool that you use in order to present your skill set, your education, your talent, and other such things to employers, potential employers who have not even seen you or interacted with you. So without further ado, I am going to go into it. So like many others in my resume and everything, there were common mistakes and certain things that you're not supposed to do and certain things that you're supposed to do. So one main thing is the spellings and grammatical errors. Avoid this at any cost, because your resume is going to go into the hands of a potential employer who's going to look at it, and the moment he sees any spelling mistakes or grammatical errors, it's not a positive impression upon yourself. And then, so one way to avoid this is for you to proofread your resume after it's done, and then ask somebody else to proofread it for you, so that you can go forward and avoid such blunders and mistakes. The next possible issue is poor formatting. Make sure you format your resume, structure it well, use the same fonts. For example, you should use uniform font throughout. You should not have mixture, clear font, and then proper labeling and headline. You should use the same font for all the headlines, and make sure you structure it properly. And another important thing is once you want to translate it into a PDF document, make sure you check your PDF document as well, because sometimes the transfer does not happen in orderly fashion. So proper formatting is very important as well. And then when it comes to personal information, so if you can everybody see what's on the projector? So if you look at the name area and personal information, it's very specific, very detailed, and only a small space is taken of that. So only include things like your phone number, your first name, your last name, your phone number, and a professional email address. There are certain email addresses which would have made you small, which seem to be cool back then, but then it's not as professional as it is for a job application. So make sure your email address is as professional as possible. Make it short, make it simple, and make sure your personal information is relevant. Please do not include details like your picture. Don't include details like your marital status, your sex, or anything of that sort, because that is not relevant for the job. Especially in a country like Canada, your sex doesn't matter. Whether you're male, female, or any gender, it doesn't really matter. Whether you're married or not, it doesn't matter. So please don't include details as such. And whether you play football or cricket or anything of that sort, that's not relevant for the job you're applying, unless it's sports. So that's one very important thing. And then another important factor when putting your resume is what I've noticed with myself was I used to list out the job duties, kept on writing whatever job duties that was on my resume. But that's not what's really required. You need to emphasize on what accomplishments you made by following those job duties. So for example, in this particular case, accomplishments. So for example, I will give you my personal So rather than me actually saying in my resume that I did accounts receivable, I phone call customers, I would rather mention the fact that the process I put in place and how that achieved like maybe a reduction of 53% or 60% in accounts receivable. That shows an achievement, how I have contributed towards the company's success. So it's important that you list out achievements rather than just list out all the duties you carried out. And then you can also bold and capitalize things that you want to highlight, you want to emphasize on. So example, if you have used a specific software that is required for the job, or any specific skill set that you have, you can highlight it so that an ATS can identify what you have highlighted and go forward. I will discuss what ATS is in a bit. And another crucial step is you don't have to have pages and pages of your resume. Maximum is 2 pages. That is only if you have more than 5 years of experience. Anything less than 5 years, try to limit to 1 page. Because as you might have known, like when you go to apply for a job, there are thousands of applications. There is not one person who's going to sit down and look into all thousands of applications. It's going to be filtered out. So try to make it short, list out what is important. And then we can go into a human review. And now I will be discussing what those particular steps are. Firstly, you need to tailor your resume for each job. You can't send out a default resume to 100 jobs. That is not going to work out. Yes, there might be a chance that it works out, but 9 out of 10 times that's not going to work out. So you need to customize your resume for each particular job that you apply for. And this can be tough at times and very time consuming. But if you're not going to put in the effort, you're not going to get the opportunity. So what's the best way of passing the ATS is using, so when you're applying for a job, there's going to be certain words, certain skill sets that the employer requires. For example, certain employers require for you to have a G license. For example, make sure that you include the G license, that you have a G license in your resume. Only then the ATS is going to use that as a filter and it's going to pick out. That's going to be one criteria it's going to pick up your resume from, that you have a G license. Or certain industry specific software that you have used for certain skill sets. For example, I'm from an accounting background, and certain employers will require me to have experience in SAP or Sage or any of those softwares. And if I were not to include those in my resume, regardless of me having experience in it, my resume will not get filtered out and it might not go into a human review. So which means I am a potential candidate, maybe a promising candidate too, but since I am not customizing my CV towards the requirement, I'm not going to get the job, which means it's a missed opportunity. So please make sure you customize each and every resume that you send out towards the job description that the employer has given out. And then have a dedicated section for key skills and technical skills that you might be possessing. For example, there is a section for core competencies. This is where you will put technical skills that you possess. So in this case, this is a sample resume of a person in the finance industry. And they have put under their core competencies, they have put things like financial analysis, budgeting, strategic planning, and some other things. These can be words derived from the job description itself. They would be asking that the job description would tell you need to have 5 years experience in budgeting. So when you include the word budgeting in your resume, the ATS is going to filter that out and use you as a potential candidate. In that way, you might be able to go into a human review. And then include relevant certifications and license, like my example below. Like I said, the job might require you to have a G license, or in fact maybe a forklift license or anything of that sort. Or when it comes to professional designations like accounting, they might require you to have a CPA. If you're not going to include the fact that you have a CPA or a forklift license, again, it's a missed opportunity. So include them in your resume so that it can get filtered out and go into a human review. And finally, network and apply directly. Whenever possible, try to bypass the ATS system by networking and applying directly through referrals and contacting hiring managers. One of the most important way or to most what do you say? Like the best way for you to do this is by maintaining a LinkedIn profile, reaching out to hiring managers and such people, because LinkedIn is basically the biggest social media in the corporate world. Like personally, I know like when I apply for jobs, I get hits on my LinkedIn saying that people have been doing my profile. It's like the moment they get a resume, once it passes the ATS, they're going to come and review your LinkedIn. If you're not going to maintain a LinkedIn, that's another missed opportunity for you. So make sure that your LinkedIn profile is up to date, you have accurate information there, and network as much as possible. Sometimes when you apply for a job, go out of the way, message the hiring manager, and show your interest. You might have, they might come check out your profile, and then you might be invited as well. So by following some of these steps, there are certain ways which you can increase your chances of going into a human review by bypassing the ATS system and landing an interview. So I hope everybody has registered your email, because I will be sharing a list of sample resumes and also a sample cover letter, so that you all will be able to identify and structure your resumes accordingly, and also a list of words that you all can use. For example, you need to use things like past tense, and you need to use past tense. For example, saying that you conducted accounts receivable. So conducted. Never use first person language in your resume. Don't mention things like I did accounts receivable. That's not corporate language or resume language. You need to structure your sentences or your points saying that conducted in-depth analysis of financial statements in order to provide comprehensive comprehensive suggestions or anything of that sort. So, yeah, with that, I would like to conclude my presentation. I know there was a bit of mishap here and there with our IT and all that, but I hope that was a bit enlightening to you, and I hope you will have an enlightening evening. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you very much. That's from the experience, it's personal experience, you know what he said. So we all go through the same issue. Like when you apply for a job, you have to apply, right? So it doesn't mean that you don't have capacity or qualification. That's how you market yourself. So that's what it is in this part. So if you need like further help, you can reach him individually or reach us to get more help. So we all are here to help each other. That's all. Thank you, Mr. Thank you. So I would like to call upon next Mr. Regard from JS Trucking Company. If you have seen this, the trucks in Scarborough and Toronto, they have been serving GTA for quite a long time. So they will share the information how to get into trucking, what the perspectives are. So if you have any questions, you can ask at the end of the presentation. So without further delay, I would like to give the microphone to Jessica. Thank you.
Okay. So in fact, we have to thank Vidas and the organizing committee for giving us the opportunity to share this information for the newcomers or who are here for a longest time. This is difficult due to how to have your career change or enter into a new career or whatever is that has been chosen to you or you are going to choose. So now we are representing myself, my Sabrina, and then the JSCA group, that's the JS Training Center. So the school has been in business, it started in 2001 in CTA. So in almost over 20 and we have been providing services to many individuals, like through Canada, in Scarborough, in many other provinces, by providing training to become into the skills trade. So truck training falls under skills trade, which is the very marketable program and very marketable job prospects as a commercial came into truck driver. So there are three categories. First one is the tractor trailer, which is the EZ, and there is bus drivers for the EZ, and straight truck drivers is for the small trucks, the delivery drivers. So there are certain criteria you have to meet in order to enroll into the program. So the first thing is the mandatory requirement is you have to have a Class G license, full day license in Ontario. So that's the first requirement. And then you have to do a medical requirement that is approved by the Ministry of Transport. So your family physician or any doctor has to complete your medical requirement. And then along with the medical requirement, you have to how you get the one license, the knowledge test. You have to complete the whatever the specific class A, B, C, D. You have to complete the knowledge test in order to start the program. So these are the basic criteria each and every individual has to complete in order to get into the program. So we are a private career college registered under Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities since 2001. So and we are under federal, provincial, and municipal funding as well. So apart from that, we are a member of Truck Training Schools Association of Ontario. So not all the truck driving schools have been registered or selected under Truck Training Schools Association of Ontario. So for the graduates, we are helping them to get the jobs as well. So we refer to our employers, and then we recommend to our employers for graduates to get into the transport stream. And so far basically we have covered all the requirements. So if there are any questions, you can ask.
Do you have any questions?
She could speak three languages,
Yeah.
Sinhala, English. So if you have any issue, don't be shy, ask any language.
Not really, Sinhalese or English.
How long is the training? I don't know, you said that.
So AZ program is a minimum of 8 weeks, and the EZ minimum of 4 weeks, and DZ minimum of 4 weeks. So we provide it's a theory and practical, it's all components, and we provide the vehicle for the road test, and we book the road test, and we gear towards the requirements as per the Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. Now, the skills trade is a recognized professional in Canada. It's basically in North America, not only in Canada, Canada and USA as well. So now, when it comes to the job prospects, the employers, it starts with the minimum of $22, and according to the Ministry of Transport, the applicant or the driver, the operator, they are eligible to work 70 hours in 7 days. So it's lots of eligible hours. So maximum you can work 70 hours in 7 days. So if you complete 4 days, the 70 hours, you have to wait for 24 hours off in order to start the new schedule. So there are laws that everybody has to follow. So 70 hours means it's a lot of work. Yeah.
So how much does it cost for the training? Like
The- So if you go to the Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities website, that is $7,995 for the AZ program, and then for the BZ and BZ it goes to $4,000. But this association So we can give, we are able to give 5% discount for each candidate who comes from this association.
Thank you.
Plus, you donate another 5%
Yeah, thank you.
So any questions?
What's the duration for the training?
We said 8 weeks.
How is the passing rate? Like everybody getting the license? Is it difficult? Some people say.
So from our school, we have like excellent passing rates as well as the employment rates. So far we haven't, if I say 100%, nobody wants to believe. So it will be 98 to 99%. Because now it's not on training, it's not only to pass the road test. You should be able to handle the different challenging scenarios on the road. That's what most important part is. But now we come from different countries, so maybe from Sri Lanka, but then if you say a truck driver in Sri Lanka, it's not a profession. But here it's a skilled profession. So it's, yeah. Because I can tell myself, because I was a banker, and then, but when I came over here, my profession entirely changed to the transport industry. So I teach and I drive trucks, buses.
Good for you.
So, and then I refuse everybody's truck as well. So.
Thank you.
And also lots of females are coming now for this.
And even for the bus drivers, if someone doesn't want to do the A, even for the bus drivers, because TTC is needed bus license. So, and then, apart from everything, you are providing services to the industry, society, from your household, from your food to any, even furniture, everything, how it moves. Drivers, right? So it will never, some people say, oh, it's oh, there's not much the work. No, there is. If someone says there's no work, that person doesn't want to work, basically.
Question.
Yes.
We are always getting a question regarding the social assistance. People are mostly in the socialism, they want to go for a trucking and stuff. Is there any possibility they can?
So we have a funding program under municipality. So it's a challenging program for the selection procedures. But it can be done, it can be selected. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of 50-50, right?
Because the selection procedure is totally different from the other programs, like according to the funding agency. Now, federally, of course, you have federal programs, they want. Now, provincially, like if someone gets unemployed, so then that is, it's like they are geared towards to the industry or the career. But when it comes to the Ontario Works program, of course we have that program under municipality, but it's the selecting of the clients is a different procedure. Yeah.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much for the detailed information. For the trucking, it's huge. Like during even in the States, I don't know you read those articles. They were like the Walmart trying to pay over 100,000 to hire truck drivers in the state because they were short in the supply. And again, I know many people in some part of UDA, they pretty much everybody has a truck license, even though they are doctors, engineers. Pretty much, if they come here, they get the license, they make the living, and they go in their own field. So it's a wonderful thing if you like, right? So thank you very much, Jace, for being Mr. Jay and Chandrika. Thank you, appreciate it.